Gentlelady from Missouri, Mrs. Wagner, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For the past 8 years, President Obama has used his pen and phone to create a fourth branch of government that overreaches through executive orders and federal rules and regulations. But today is a new day. A day when Congress begins to dismantle this fourth branch of government and drain the swamp in Washington. Through the entirety of this president's administration, Republicans have fought against out-of-control growth of federal bureaucracy and rules and regulations that have suffocated the American economy. The last time I checked, the president's job was to enforce existing laws and work with the elected members of Congress, whose responsibility it is to pass laws as the people's representatives. Instead, I believe he's undermined not only our Constitution, but also the American people through this executive power grab. It is time to get rid of the Washington knows best, top-down, one-size-fits-all rules like the EPA's Waters of the U.S., the Clean Power Plan, the Department of Labor's overtime rule, and restrictions on your retirement savings. These regulations have consequences. What these bureaucrats do have consequences. In 2015 alone, the federal government levied 3,400 regulations on Americans. Those regulations cost us $1.9 trillion in lost productivity and growth, a cost of $15,000 per household. Now, for the first time during my tenure serving the 2nd Congressional District of Missouri, Congress has a unique opportunity. This week, we will pass a bill that I've had the pleasure of co-sponsoring and voted for twice before, the REINS Act, and I expect it to become law. The REINS Act puts power back in the hands of the people. As Congress, the People's House can implement an up or down vote on any new major rule before they can take effect. Congress should decide what rules are necessary for our constituents, not unelected bureaucrats. We will also pass this week the Midnight Rules Relief Act, which will allow Congress to stop the Obama administration's last-minute regulations from taking effect as they turn out the lights and head out the door. The American people spoke loud and clear. They want results. They are tired of working harder for less money and tired of wondering how they will make ends meet at the end of every month. They've had enough and are tired of the constant chipping away of their freedoms. Taken together, these two bills clearly demonstrate that this Republican Congress is unified and will work with President-elect Trump to help alleviate the day-to-day burdens felt by Americans across the country. By passing these bills, we are demonstrating that we are listening to our constituents, and we are telling them that their elected representatives are in charge, not Washington bureaucrats. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back the remainder of my time.